story
them in
they
that
tell me,
cage.
they
Yeah.
kept me like tied up in that wrap for like a good 18 months.
Why?
I don't know. I have no
Demon,
idea.
demon child.
Like I didn't start moving till much
Do
later.
you believe that the majority of people's problems is because of their childhood,
Oof.
the way that they're brought up?
Oof. Deep
You mean
questions.
here? In
Yes.
Saudi?
Yeah. Why am I talking about the world? I don't know. I can't speak for 7 billion people, but I can speak for 39.
I wouldn't say.
32 million, 35 million, I got them.
Yeah, I got him.
But billions, nah, I'm not there yet.
I wouldn't say a majority, but a large percentage.
A large percentage?
Yeah.
I say majority.
I think everyone, not only here, everywhere.
Somebody wrote a tweet yesterday that I
Okay,
liked,
no one's asking about the tweet.
No,
we're
but-
still in this pocket.
that about this subject.
Okay.
And he said the conversations that you're not having with your children right now, and this was in Arabic, the conversations that you're not having with your children right now are the conversations they'll be having 10 years down the line for 500 for an hour.
Oh, I saw that tweet.
Yeah.
That was a dumbass tweet.
It made sense to me
But why did it make sense to you, my guy?
because a lot of people I know that have gotten to the point where they needed somebody, to like, unpack or unwrap their shit is because of lack of communication with their families, their parents, their siblings,
First off, not a lot of people are going to pay that $500. That's
Riyals.
one.
True.
وتزعل. No one's going to pay that 300 ريال. حتى ما هو 5 بنزلك 300 discount.
Okay.
عندي أنا هدية.
Okay.
All right. No one's going to be paying that 300. We don't have we don't have good enough psychiatrists
Or psychologists.
or psychologists.
But the
Or-
market for that is growing.
Not enough.
The market is growing, yes, but
Not
still,
enough.
It wasn't
enough.
existent at
the,
some point.
the good. No, it was always existent.
No. But society.
But a lot of people didn't go to or didn't know where to find it.
There was a stigma.
No.
about it.
There was a stigma, and I think there
Add the
still
stigma
is.
to it. Is
There still is. If you're going to a psychiatrist, you're crazy. And
No,
that is-
now you're
No,
crazy.
that stigma was there for a while. Like, why the fuck are you going to a therapist? Is there something wrong with you? No, that was the
That's the
mentality
laugh, yeah,
behind it.
you know,
Yeah,
you-
exactly.
There's,
Well, the majority of people when they go to the therapist, what happens?
I don't know. what
Pills.
happens. Okay.
Automatically,
That's-
pills.
Wait, is that psychiatry or
That's
the other one?
Psychiatry is medicine
Yes.
Yeah.
pill based, and psychology is more therapy discussion.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway,
المهم.
either way you go, you're having a conversation with someone that is supposed to give you a full analysis of yourself. The problem that you fall into,
It's never going to be about a full analysis about yourself. It's not a computer. You're
No,
not
I'm
a
not
computer.
asking. I'm
It's
telling
not-
you what you're going for. I'm not telling you what's happening to you
Mm.
because you're going thinking that I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yes,
and then you go there and you discover that
that's not how it works.
1 has 5 in it, and 2 has 20 in it, and 3 has 40 in it, and then it keeps growing. So you're like, okay, I have a huge ass long route, and to a lot of people, that's too much. That's too much for me to
True.
go into my trauma, to go into my child, to go into my thoughts and feelings. I'd rather just pile that shit up and just release on society in the future
Or the kids.
or the kids.
But see that
Unfortunate.
that builds up that whole generational cycle of trauma. Like the shit that my parents didn't deal with when they were growing up ends up being,
True.
seeped down to. I'm not going to say fed down. It leaks or it seeps down to me, and I end up having to deal with the shit. If I don't resolve that on my own, then I fear that I pass that down to my children.
See, right now, because of all the awareness that's been happening, our generation thinks this way. The old generation never gave that a thought at all.
Of course.
I don't think they were even aware.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
option.
So to them, that kind of thing does
Unless
not
it was
exist.
extreme. Unless it was extreme.
No, even if it was extreme, to a lot of majority of them, like Turk said, it was a stigma, and if there's something wrong with you, روح صلي.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Unfortunate.
اقرب من ربك. Okay, طب انا قريب من ربي.
Yeah, but then, there's other problems here that we're trying to resolve.
Exactly, but that's the thing. So I do think that the majority of our problems do come from us being born and raised into a certain family that doesn't really pay attention to the outside world. I do not put myself into that because I wasn't raised here. And I'm not going to speak for people raised here, but I'm looking at my relatives. That's how I can gauge it.
A big part of it
And the
includes-
people around me.
Okay.
So the majority of people that I see is that, like, for example, we say adat khalid. For me, I think it should be a better definition because that is misused all the time and thrown into things that has nothing to do with our culture.
It's an excuse to basically justify anything and everything.
Exactly.
Honestly.
So, like, one of the biggest issues that I had when I came here was that, like, I would look at my relatives and also my friends and their families and how every tribe has its own things, right?
Okay.
And so there's certain things when they talk to me about, like, oh no, we can't do that. adat wa taqalidna. I'm like, okay, the guy who's an outsider, I always, I was adding it up with the religion. I was like, okay, but religion says this. You're trying to do this. Doesn't like religion trump your adat qalid?
And this is where the whole culture element comes in.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know this is us. هذا إحنا. And that was used as an excuse for a very long time.
Yes. And until now it's being used.
True.
What are you talking about? Now it's being used actually more than ever. With us opening up our doors and everybody like changing and moving, and the structure of the city and the lifestyle and the quality of life, let's be very specific on that one, how it opened up and it basically made our lives easier. It's easy for you to go outside, to move around. That's something that I think a lot of people do not fucking appreciate for some reason. The quality of life now, going into a place, sitting down with women in the same place and it's all good. That was a major issue before.
Oh, trust me, it's appreciated. People who have lived through the society back then and society society now.
No, when you say back then,
Yes.
back then, is it our generation or our parents' generation?
I'm talking about my experience.
So our generation.
Yeah, you do see a huge difference.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I
And that
think,
is appreciated.
I think an element of that as well comes back to the point that the gap between our parents growing up and us sometimes is a bit too big. Like we know people whose parents are 40 years between them, or 50 years between them, like the age difference between them.
Yeah, true.
So that makes it like extremely hard to be able to like just communicate.
True.
Because like somebody is coming up from that point in time and culture, and you're coming up here with everything that you're exposed to and everything that you see, and it's just hard to translate sometimes. And it's on both sides. Like parents can't always take the full blame, even though that they are the adults in the situation as you're growing up. But as a child as well, like you have to acknowledge, like part of growing up is realizing that your parents are just people like you.
Exactly.
And taking that halo of invincibility away from them, and just acknowledging that they have their own faults.
Well, this is why
They make mistakes, and that's
a lot of my
something that you have
friends-
to accept.
a lot of my friends who had kids, like one of my boys, he had a kid and he was at his mom's house and the kid was playing with his grandma, and then he was having a conversation with his mom. Then like he just got like, oh shit, where's my son? And he started running to the house and he tried to find his son. And when he came back and his mom was looking at him just smiling, he was like, what's wrong? She was like, and you used to get angry at me when I worry about you when you go outside. He's like, then I realized the value of those things. So like even for me, I don't have kids or anything like that, but that I know of. And but I realized early on, because like me and my father, we came from two different generations, and my father was trying to raise me in the States and trying to teach me like Saudi values and cultural and tribes. And at the same time, I'm out with hoodlums. So it was kind of hard to balance all that. And I understand really, really quick that what he's trying to do and what I was trying to do. And then he was just, trying to be the best father that he could to an asshole, So some people never understand that. Some people just grow up and think that, it is what it is. But the reality is that there's no fucking book to tell you exactly how to be a parent.
I mean, there's plenty of books.
No, there's plenty of books, but none of them tell you how to be a fucking parent.
True.
Because you will not face the situation the same way it's in a fucking book.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
But those books are selling. And people are
Of
buying
course,
that shit.
man. People buy anything for the sake of fucking anything to say, oh yeah, I got the knowledge. You don't.
لا بس شوف, especially in our society, our context, like a lot of those books are Western based, right? American based.
True.
You're talking about a completely different society, conceptualization of family, all of that.
Yeah.
So here, as much, and I think other than the whole age gap, a part of it was the whole society thing, because as a family, like you want to be viewed in a certain way within society, so you don't want your kids to step out of that line. So, for example, like your brother Isam going and becoming,
Never say his name again.
like your brother, okay,
I'm just kidding.
okay,
Just go,
your brother Ice, like him going and doing the music thing. Like for your parents, other than his like future prospects, I'm sure there's an element of like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Not really.
Not really. See, that goes up to the.
My father bought him his first guitar.
That's awesome. I think the States element had something to do with that. If I did that with my dad, I don't think he would have accepted it. Honestly, like, yo, what the fuck you doing? What do you mean? You want
Exactly. I can't use myself and my family as a measuring stick.
No,
for anything.
I'm using mine. Like,
Yeah, but I'm trying to use my relatives, because like I grew up, like I didn't grow up with them, but I've lived in their houses when I first came back here, and I know them very well. I know the mentality of my uncles and my aunts and so on like that. So I tried to read between that and what's happening between me and the rest of the world. Because I'm an outsider whether I like it or not. I was an outsider in the States. I was an outsider when I came back here. I lived for a very, very long time as an outsider. Until this day, I still feel somewhat of an outsider, which is like, I got used to that a long time ago. So it wasn't a problem to me. But for a lot of people, when they look at, if my father beats my ass when I grew up, I beat my ass as kids because that's what my father did. But do you understand why your father did that? Was your father right? Was your father whooping your ass because you were just an idiot? Or was it because, oh, that's the way you raise a child? So there's like little discrepancies in all the things that we decide to fucking do and what we're influenced by doing.
And that's a good example. Like for our generation, that was something that was, I'm not going to say that was okay, but it was a fact of life. Sometimes you get beat down. Sometimes you're going to get whooped.
Some of y'all needed it.
Okay. Some of y'all never had it. Thankfully, thank God.
You should.
Okay. But coming to our kids, like,
we here at Past the Cups support violence against kids.
no, we don't. No, we don't.
Take a joke. Take a joke.
We for the children.
Ew.
So
what are you trying to say, my guy? No, we're not. No, we're not for the children. Champsy.
There's a plus 18 tag here. I forgot about that.
Oh my God, Champsy's for the kids.
But that's something that we know better now. That's not something that's going to have any positive influence on the development of my child. Like, as much as I think that beating him down is going to help him, I'm sure there's better ways of resolving a problem or getting to the heart of it.
You need to have friends who have kids.
You need to have kids, my guy.
No. Relax.
We're not
one step at a time.
Okay.
This is the problem that we talk about. We always jump 2 steps ahead.
Yeah.
If you have friends who are very honest and they have kids, especially if they're boys.
Okay, they'll tell you how.
Then I have a conversation with them. You would not believe how a beatdown gets things perfect.
Okay.
I'm not gonna mention who it is.
Fear is a powerful motivator,
but
my guy.
Someone in the States.
Okay.
Okay. Every time his kids will act up and like they're in the mall, he'll take them to the dressing room. He's like, hey, come try this t-shirt. Just whoops.
Wow. No cameras.
Set them straight.
Yeah.
While you're at it, I'll try this belt.
Wow.
Hey, put the t-shirt on. Put the t-shirt on.
No evidence.
Oh my God, cover his head and just punch the kid's eye the whole time.
With a pillow.
Anyway, so, we do not condone child violence, and this is against Champsy.
Obviously, after we had like a good rant about that shit.
Oh, we totally forgot about this.
Like we really don't though.
Yeah, we don't.
Child violence.
We're very specific.
Yeah, we got the beat down, so y'all don't get the beat downs.
So I guess we do agree that
we have issues. Like, yeah,
we all do.
No, honestly, it's especially with parents, man. It's sometimes very hard to communicate. Sometimes very hard.
I think we said this before because we're lucky to be like the change generation, or no, I don't want to call it the shift, the generation that actually witnessed the shift, where you have the old generation and they're just stuck in
old school.
The mentality of the old school mentality, and you see the kids that are just growing up with this new society and thinking that this is the normal thing.
We're the ones who's getting screwed, by the way.
We're the ones in the middle.
Yeah, because we're the ones that are helping lead the new generation. The old generation is saying, hey, I want you to be a part of me. We're saying, no, we're not a part of you. And then you look at the young generation that you're building something for, like, yo, you're too old. I don't want to be a part of you.
Exactly.
So you're just literally stuck in the middle like an idiot.
So we were tricked.
Basically. Okay. We're trapped.
Literally.
We are the sacrifice that is happening for the good of the children.
The good of the children.
The good
of the future.
We do it for the kids.
Honestly, I'll take it. Like, it's my lot. I don't have a choice in it.
The kids or what?
No, the sacrifice.
Oh, the sacrifice. Okay, my bad. I just want to be more specific. Hey, welcome to Past the Cups. It's your boy. What's happening? Episode 64. What's happening? What's popping? What's good? Got Shams here right next to me over there. My bad. I got Turks right behind me.
Hey.
What's happening? What's popping? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
joining us. Hope everybody's doing well. This podcast might be a little bit politics heavy today.
We have a lot
Sorry,
of
Turks.
news.
And
go for it.
And everybody has the right to feel and think how they want to think and gather their own information. So do not pay too close attention to what we're about to say.
This is us covering our ass. Basically.
We're starting with a disclaimer.
We're starting with a disclaimer because y'all might get angry about some of the things I'm about to say. Just know it's in good faith.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening, fellas?
It's all good. We have a lot of things on the menu.
What's
today.
been the last couple of days? Yeah, I've been good. Oh, it's been amazing. Oh, it's been nice.
Go on with the.
Cousins.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need to catch up.
I love
We're
you.
good.
I love you. I don't know how to. What do you want to start? Okay, let's start with the simple stuff.
Fucking John Cena.
No,
wait.
because John Cena will lead us into something else.
Let's
No, I don't want to jump like that because
Okay.
I need John Cena.
Okay.
Yeah, I need him
Alright.
for something else. You'll see where I'm going with this.
I love how Turks has no idea what
I have
fuck's
no
going
idea
on.
what's happening.
How about we start with the current news about the what's the name? Bahrain lockdown.
Okay, what's going on? Tell us.
So Bahrain
What
basically
the hell?
announced a lockdown starting
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Did we just like roll in as a plague and just ruin everything there? What happened? What happened?
Like locusts, Turks.
Oh.
Like locusts.
No, their numbers were high before we got there, and then the numbers got higher. Well, this again, we came in vaccinated. Let's keep that in
Exactly.
mind.
That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking. Yeah.
But the
we can't be the reason.
the situation over there was a little bit what's the name? It was hectic from before we got there.
Okay.
So now it's getting more hectic. So it's good that they're actually locking things up because they need that.
Is it because like all the Saudis just like went there and then everything became a bit more lively? The restaurants are a bit more crowded.
I'm not really sure. I can't speak for that.
I think they maybe realize that, okay, we're not really ready for all life to come back.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the countries still should focus on controlling the numbers.
Yes.
Opening
agree.
doors or not opening doors.
Like-
You should still control the numbers.
Even the countries that have been open, for example, Greece. One of our boys is in Greece, right?
Mm.
And he's telling us that, like, guys, this is not what we expected. It's still a bit of a ghost town. There's still a bit of restrictions. Like, life is not back to normal.
As
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah.
This is what I expected.
Hmm.
I don't know.
That's exactly what I expected. That's what I told you. Like, stop traveling right now. Wait.
إيه هذا هو يعطي العافية متحمس يعني.
I don't know. Our boy. I don't want to mention his name.
صح عليه, صح
Hey,
عليه.
enjoy, my guy. Enjoy,
Yeah,
enjoy,
enjoy.
enjoy.
Have fun.
He's not even listening. Enjoy.
Has better things to do.
He could give two shits, man. Well, that's good to hear. You want to go with some more local news real quick
Yeah.
before we get to the bullshit? The new Dammam Jeddah Railway. You heard about that?
Yes. About time. They haven't announced the
Imam
full,
Jeddah
Yeah,
all the way.
all the way.
Wow.
they haven't announced the full details yet. They'll be coming out soon, but there was an announcement last week, I think, that they're working on the project to tie in like the eastern region with the western region.
I think that was announced a while ago, like years ago.
Yeah,
right?
but now apparently there's
Okay, now there's
Came
track.
back in the scene.
progress. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
progress.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'm imagining a route that's going to take basically the major metropolitan areas of Sharqiya, so Al-Hassa, Dammam, Khabar,
But it needs to be a fast train.
Jbel, maybe.
It can't be the same train that we have from Sharqiya
No,
to...
not that choo-choo train. No,
exactly.
I don't
I'm
think
sorry, my
choo-choo
guy.
train.
5 hours to
No, just
Sharqiya?
دقيقة. So it's going to cross Qasim maybe or Hayal, one of those.
I
two
have no
probably.
idea.
We just said Riyadh, didn't you?
No, it
No,
was,
no.
it was supposed to be Dammam to Jeddah. So most likely they might connect it. The one like you go from Dammam to Riyadh, and maybe you from Riyadh you go to it. You go down straight to Jeddah.
I was imagining an entirely new route, actually, like tying in the major areas of the kingdom, like going through, for example, Aneza or Breda, and then Medina, and
Then
then.
it better be a super fast train, or else it's gonna take me forever to get to Jeddah.
Bro,
Of
that's what the
course,
Chinese
come
got. You talk to the Chinese,
You
I
mean
think.
Japanese?
Even the Chinese, they
The
have like
Japanese.
super.
I don't know about
bullet
Japanese.
train. That's what you're talking about.
Japan has the bullet train.
China,
Japan. You don't know Japan?
Japan.
China has like China has like maglev trains or some shit.
I have no idea.
300 kilometers.
Have
an
you been
hour.
to China?
My dad has. My family, like
Mm.
my parents. my
We're
family.
not talking about the wealth. We're talking about you.
No, I have not.
The Commonwealth. What is China?
It's the Commonwealth.
The family. The family.
Commonwealth.
The family has
We
been.
know where they go.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about you, Brokey.
No, I have not been to China. Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to, honestly.
You want to go?
Yeah, definitely.
No.
No?
Good. Become China?
Like Shanghai or shit or some shit.
I'd love to visit China one day.
Hong Kong. Is Hong Kong part of China? It is part of China, right? Yeah, it is.
Hong Kong, yeah, of course.
Technically,
Yeah.
technically,
Technically, yes.
yes.
Yeah, all those riots are just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's different.
Just to
That's,
change your weather.
moving on.
No more China. All right, let's see what else. What else? Okay, first off, let's talk shit to Saud real quick. Saud Eid Pack just came out. We're not gonna play it. Hopefully, we'll have Saud on sometime
Soon
next
enough.
week, and then, we can review with him
Mm-hmm.
and talk shit to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
And who else? Oh, Calabi also is releasing real soon. I think in a couple of days, right? Today's the
Calabi.
26th. I think
Friday?
on Monday.
Monday.
He's dropping on Monday, so we'll talk about it on Sunday. Here, I thought I was gonna release like tomorrow or after, but end of the month.
But
so,
we finally got the people back after Eid.
yeah, so just come back now. Drop the 2 track. Calabi is coming, Untitled.
Waiting for that.
See, I didn't say Jeet.
Like,
I didn't say
who?
Jeet.
Who?
I didn't say Jeet.
Who?
I don't know.
Like, I don't even know.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't say Jeet.
Like we have no other.
I'm not looking at.
We have no other people we're expecting.
Exactly. Yeah,
anything
we
from.
expect nothing from Jeet. That's
Zero.
it. You know,
Yeah.
we lost hope.
Long time ago.
You know, there's a new upcoming rapper named Jeet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hopefully he'll be in the scene soon.
Supposedly.
Yeah, we heard some of his mixtape.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start leaking shit when he plays that stuff.
What else is up in the local
dhad.
scene? Dhad is doing a great initiative. They are launching something called the dhad alphabet. Abjadiyya dhad. 29 days, 29 letters.
Nice.
Yes. The Twitter, I think we saw one of the Twitter accounts or the Instagram accounts is up. I don't know when they're starting, but I am very much looking forward to seeing the creativity. Like,
Is it a collaboration thing?
I think they're gathering like the local, street artists, graffiti artists in the kingdom to kind of like push for like this whole month of creativity.
That's
something
dope.
along those
That's
lines.
nice.
Yeah.
Senor, can you explain to people who that is?
So Dhad family is basically a store and a collective in Jeddah that support and drive forward the street art and graffiti movement. We met the AZ a couple of days ago.
Yep.
Great guy. We met him with Rex Chuk at the Masjid last week
Yep,
when we
yep.
were there. The one
Who?
with Rex Chuk.
Who's that?
Rex, the guy.
I don't know who you're talking about. Who's that?
Guy.
Alien guy. I don't
The-
know.
He's the who?
The anonymous man.
Who? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Like, yeah,
Who is
no,
Rex? I don't know what a Rex is.
Like he had paint.
Oh,
He had
okay.
brushes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Microsoft Paint or
No, it was some graphics Adobe shit.
shout out to Rex. Still don't like you.
Okay. Message received.
I love that man. That's what I got. Amazing guy.
Who else is part of the Lot family? Leah One, I think, is part of the Lot family. So they're launching this initiative. They haven't like officially
Leah
gone
One,
all out.
Amazing.
Man, the whole
The whole squad is
Honestly.
amazing. The whole squad is amazing.
we are very much looking forward to seeing what's coming out. Also on the local scene, there was a local Adidas collaboration with a local fashion artist.
Yep.
Arwa al-Banawi.
Yep.
Banawi is or al-Banawi? Al-Banawi,
I think of Benawi.
she has a full line coming out with Adidas
Nice.
classics, which includes a top, I think some pants.
Is that the one with the
Shmuck?
the shoe with the schmuck pattern?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's basically a thobe. You know that, right?
The
So
schmuck.
and the back is schmuck. That's nice.
Okay.
Yes.
And the
I
bottom
did
not pick up on that.
And the bottom is the sand gum.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I didn't pick up on that. Actually.
I don't know if they did that, but that's how I read it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It has stitching of red and white on the stripes. It was
Symbolism.
shimar in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom of it had a gum. So basically, to me, the way I read it, this was the sand. This is a person standing on top of the sand.
Nice. Honestly, it's hot. I really like
That's
it.
how I read it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You have a new pitch. For it.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
You got your boy.
I
You
plan.
got your boy.
I plan on copying, so I should let you know if it actually.
It already came out.
Your hypothesis.
You didn't copy yet?
No, I thought it was supposed to come out like on 30th.
Didn't it already come out?
I have no idea.
All right, let's check.
Honestly, like I was actually waiting for
It's
it.
as if like there's nobody like waiting for us on the podcast to have a conversation with them.
No,
No,
go ahead.
and the
Check,
re-
check the stores.
Like
Go
yeah,
ahead. I'll wait.
this is important.
I'll wait. Yeah.
Like
Put in your credit card information.
28th of May.
28th.
Oh, in 2 days.
2 days. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we're still.
So on
good.
Friday. On
We're
Friday
still-
comes
yeah,
out.
we're still
okay,
good,
on
we're still
Friday.
good.
All right, there we go.
And the reason we know about this is because some random dude we know, he's a rapper.
The upcoming rapper,
Yeah, the upcoming
fresh
rapper.
guy.
Yeah, like apparently he got like a package in the mail. You know what I noticed about that package?
What?
It's extremely small pair of shoes, my guy. Like, they were tiny. Like they were like. That was just. I noticed that.
You just noticed that?
Yeah.
Like you don't see the guy, you see his. Okay, do you like pay attention to the guy's feet?
No, I just looked at the shoe and I felt that the shoe was small. I'm like, okay, this is a small shoe.
You were disappointed, Usha?
I'm looking at dimensions here. I'm like, okay, I'm sure I would have fit
Oh,
in that.
you love those dimensions. I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you measure with? Anyway, so
So we're looking forward to that.
we look forward to that.
Yeah.
What else?
Children, the light children.
We're not children, my guy.
we're
We're speaking the truth.
Yes. Facts.
Facts.
All right, so now we got all the local news out
Hello.
the way.
No, okay, give us the juicy stuff.
Okay, I have something written here that one of the guys said. I'm just gonna read it and keep going.
Okay.
This is about Jordans.
Okay.
The only girls that wear Jordans are side chicks. So anyway,
Wow.
do
What?
you guys hear about Netflix N Plus?
Why? Okay, what? Like I'm lost now. Where do you want to go?
The only girls who wear Jordans are side chicks.
Okay.
That's a
I don't want to
statement.
unpack that. I don't even want to unpack that.
What-
You're the one who told me to stop.
What's
Okay.
Netflix the
N Plus.
N Plus?
There's a new service that they're working on. It's called N Plus. I don't know if it came out or not.
Is
I don't
that the
think it came out
gaming
yet.
thing?
No. So this one is supposed to give you like more content from like certain like originals,
Okay.
and also you can have more feedback and you can go back and forth with the writing team or something like that.
So it's like a LinkedIn Premium for Netflix.
You're already paying for a service.
You're
Yeah,
paying.
we want more money.
No, we're paying for
More-
the standard service.
No, normal business. We give you more, you pay more.
I get that. Okay, that makes sense.
But still, it's all like demos and shit. Like no one said it's officially what it's going to be. They're testing out a few things, and then they're gonna be announcing it soon, hopefully.
But
They already did their podcasting that we talked about before.
If you got premium content, that means, I mean, I've seen the whole premium content happen when you're providing a free service.
You're already paying for 2 different subscriptions right now. Either you get the normal subscription, or if you want Ultra HD and 4K, you pay for
True.
that subscription.
True.
So now I'm gonna add you. It's like, yo, you want to write to the writers? You want to give your opinion about the next episode, how it should finish?
So it's like a
Ooh,
Patreon
I don't think
thing.
the writers are gonna like that. Mm-mm.
No, not necessarily that, but it's like a Patreon thing. Like you get access to behind the
Patreon.
scenes.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yes.
You get access to behind the scenes stuff. So for some people, for some fans, they would be interested
Never
in
make
that.
that sound.
Like
Yeah.
for example, if Netflix are dropping, is it Netflix that are doing the Sandman show, or is it HBO?
What?
The Sandman show.
I heard about that a while ago,
There's a
but I don't
Sand-
remember who's
There's a
who's doing
Sandman.
it.
There's a Sandman show that's coming out, I think, on Netflix or on HBO. So for example, if that comes out on Netflix, I'd definitely be interested in like seeing behind the scenes content about that because I'm a huge fan of the series.
Yeah, but is that what they're providing? A behind
It's a
the
Netflix,
scenes
yeah.
con-
It's a Netflix thing.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
I heard they're doing like a gaming thing. They're trying to rival Apple Arcade. Was it?
Yeah. Apple's Arcade's been out for a long time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Netflix is doing something that's
Everybody's gonna try to do that. Everybody's gonna. Oh, you can watch movies and switch and play games.
Didn't
Okay,
Google
relax.
didn't Google have
yeah,
like a gaming
and it
service?
failed. Yeah, Stadia.
Yeah.
And it failed.
Nobody's
Like-
doing that.
Yeah, it failed. It
Nobody's
failed.
doing
It failed
that,
big
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember
Yes.
because the whole idea of there's an online service for games, it just doesn't. Okay, it works for Steam,
Bro,
but it doesn't work for
I can
anything else.
tell
No,
you-
Steam is different.
I can
Steam,
tell you how you
download
make
the
mad
games.
money right now.
You can tell me how?
I can tell you how you can make mad money right now. if
Mad
you're
money
Apple.
means
Crypto.
a lot of
a lot of money.
Okay.
You see a lot of money?
Yeah.
More than that.
Crypto?
No, not.
Okay.
Stop. Nintendo teams up with Apple for their Apple TV,
Okay.
where they release just like a controller, and you can play Nintendo games on the Apple, and it's game over for everybody else.
Ooh.
I mean, Nintendo would do that kind of shit.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And you'd get access to all like the old Nintendo library. Oh,
And you
my
have your
God.
Apple TV,
Oh,
you
no,
have your Apple
Nintendo would
Premium.
never do that.
They won't, but if they do that, that's money in the bank, son.
No, but
True.
they give you a couple of. Like, they threw you a Mario Kart and a Zelda.
I mean,
They give you the classics.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you
Something's
seen
already out.
the little tiny consoles that have been like coming
Releasing?
out with? Yeah.
Like, ooh, I saw this. Yeah, no, I have not, but I saw something else.
What?
Like a nice arcade unit in Virgin. It had like there was a Street Fighter version. There was a Marvel vs. Capcom.
Like a
version.
little tiny arcade.
like an arcade unit, like a full size arcade. Unit.
Okay, that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's fun. That's
in
not
Virgin.
okay. That's not what we're talking about.
I know.
but
What
yeah.
are you talking about?
You know, he doesn't care for what we're talking about. He
Yeah,
wants to
he's
tell you
talking-
about what he saw.
he's talking about
like a
the
fucking child.
He's talking about.
I'm
the
gonna
small
stop,
thing.
but Daddy, no, wait. Look at this bubble. All right,
Ah.
bitch, I'm talking about your future here.
That's too-
What's
I don't
the-
know. Where were we at?
You're talking. They had a small console, Nintendo.
They're releasing a lot of small consoles, like the NES, the SNES, all of them in smaller versions where they have like
So you just plug.
all the games already.
Plug and
it's like
play.
an emulator basically, but they're trying to like, close out like the emulator market by providing you something you pay for.
So it's like a plug and play.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, bro. There's so much. There's so much in the gaming market in terms of like consumer.
Great conversation, guys. We can sit here all day and discuss this amazing.
Okay.
I don't even know how we
Can we
got
go to the
here.
next one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, how about we start with the London PR bullshit?
Okay.
The what?
The London. Okay, you don't know about this. So this is why we tell you, Turks, you need to kind of sometimes read.
Yes.
That's why I have you, motherfucker. Go ahead.
So
Tell me.
a bunch of influencers, French influencers, have come out and said, "Hey, we've been contacted by this mysterious London PR company that is basically trying to pay us money to talk about how people should doubt the Pfizer and the AstraZeneca vaccines."
What?
So they're basically asking, طبعاً this PR agency is on behalf of an anonymous client.
Mhm.
And they're basically talking about, as both Pfizer and AstraZeneca are causing massive deaths, and like people should think for themselves and do their own research and look out for their loved ones. So apparently this has been happening not just in France but also in Germany, and I think in Spain.
So they're creating doubt.
They are sowing disinformation. This
As
is literally a disinformation machine in action.
But why? Is it like by another?
But why?
Another.
He asks. But why?
Okay.
How many vaccines are in the world right now?
I don't know. I lost count.
There's the Chinese vaccine. There's the Russian vaccine.
So it's by a competitor.
So
it's not someone telling you vaccines are bad. No, it's someone telling you these two vaccines.
Exactly. These two vaccines, which are American and English, are bad. So maybe you should start thinking about looking at the other vaccines. Long story short, it's another Russian disinformation campaign. That's what they think. They think that the PR agency has been hired by somebody in Russia to basically just go and fuck people's shit up, basically.
That's fun.
Thank you that you said that. I had this tab open for a while, but we were on break, and I totally forgot that I had it.
Okay.
But now you remind me of it.
Okay.
Do you hear the story about the CNN technical director, Charlie Chester?
No.
Okay. So this dude,
Charlie,
he was exposed. This was when, let me try to get the date. This was April 13th.
Okay.
Right? That's how far back I forgot to have it.
Okay.
All right. This dude went on a date. He was set up on Tinder.
Okay.
And this date came with a mic. She was part of this team that were trying to expose things about CNN.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you what this fool said on his date. Look, what we did, we, CNN, got Trump out. I'm 100% going to say it. And I 100% believe that it wasn't for CNN. I don't know that Trump would have got all the votes. I came to CNN because I wanted to be a part of that, the man said in his video. Chester was speaking to someone off camera at an undisclosed location. He was targeted through a dating app, Tinder, according to Mediate, citing a source close to CNN. And
targeted? God damn, by
right?
who?
I'm not going to go through the details. I'm just going to go through his quotes. Chester described some of CNN's reportage on Trump during the campaign as propaganda. He said CNN invited medical experts to undermine public confidence in Trump's health.
Wow.
So yeah, that's when he misstepped and
Trump's hand was shaking or whatever, I think. We brought in so many medical people to tell a story that was all speculation that he was neurologically damaged and he was losing it. He's unfit to, whatever. We were creating a story that we didn't know anything about. That's what I think is the propaganda that we were using.
He said the word propaganda.
Yes.
Straight up, bro.
Yes. And by the way, this was caught audio.
And this is him flexing, basically.
Yes. There's another line somewhere around here.
It's not a date. Fuck's sake. That's what you're talking about, a date?
He is, where is it? There's just something that he said that I really, really wanted to pay attention to, but I totally forgot. Maybe it's another article that I read. And he was talking about, we're done now with Trump, and now we're going to change our focus to climate change. So this is more proof how news networks, especially in the States,
are built on agendas.
It's
always been.
It's always been. Even newspapers, they're always built on agendas. Let's put the States up there, put the UK down, put France, everybody.
The concept of a free media only works if the media is actually free. If the media is controlled by corporate interests who are trying to push and lobby for their own, then it's not really free, is it? It's as simple as that. And
it's not going to be free. But people don't understand that. And from this, we're going to go into all the other conversations that we have.
Speaking of free media.
You want to start with John Cena?
John Cena. So,
how about we do Gates, then we go to John Cena?
No, it's not John Cena.
Because John Cena is going to lead us to a lot of things. I just want to get rid of the Gates.
So speaking of media, okay, we're talking about how the media is a...
I love how you're segueing and he's giving me the... Go ahead.
Okay. So speaking of media, I saw this screenshot of an article that was published a few months back. Okay.
In November
of 2020. Okay.
November 6th to be specific.
This is the headline.
Cool assist.
Child labor is exploitation, but it gave me life skills.
What?
Sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What? This was published in the Guardian newspaper. Okay. And this is basically what happens when you give our corporate overlords.
Do you have the second?
I'm trying to find the first one. Just hang on. So the first one, child labor doesn't have to be exploitation. It gave me life skills. Okay, that was the headline.
Who said that again?
The writer of the article.
Okay.
Okay, and then they changed.
3 days later,
they changed the headline. Child labor is exploitation, but the household work I did as a child gave me life skills. So people made a shitstorm about the original headline. So they ended up just keeping the article and changing the headline. And this is an article sponsored by the Bill Gates Foundation. So Bill Gates is not just fucking the global South over by, protecting vaccine patents and not having the vaccine released, which is something that we talked about. Like they said that the vaccines should always be kept with the patents for the vaccines should be kept with Western countries. A, we don't want to lose profits. B, all of those global South countries, they maybe don't have the technical skills to do it in the right way.
Yeah,
They're probably going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Now, child labor is fine, guys.
No, wait.
It gives you life skills.
Life skills.
It teaches you.
Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm very confused here. I mean, is the person who is saying that a person that was a child laborer or whatever you want to call it, or is it someone that's going like, yeah, I had a lot of children doing labor, that gave me life skills.
I went through the article. The article was written by, I think, a lady from Ghana, if I'm not mistaken, and she was talking about her life experience, and she was talking about how in Africa, because of the African general situation, a lot of children end up working with their parents and helping their parents as they grow up. And how as children, as you grow up, you are expected to be part of the community in supporting the household, your village, your community, in whatever work.
So you go work.
So you go work. And that gives you, a certain resilience, a certain growing up early. So, and that should be something that's, shouldn't be all that bad. That's the argument she was making. It shouldn't be all that bad.
So she's speaking on behalf of child labor. Wow.
Pretty much.
Oh, well, anyway.
Pretty much.
Yeah, let's do John Cena real quick so we can move on.
This is what happens when a whole section of your newspaper is sponsored by Bill Gates.
Awesome. John Cena, my guy.
John Cena. So there's another shitstorm that happened in the media a couple of days ago about John Cena.
And this is very important.
So John Cena was doing a promotion for the new Fast and Furious movie. Okay. And in that promotion, he misspoke and he mentioned.
No, he didn't misspoke. He didn't misspeak.
Ajal.
Okay. No. What he said was correct. But it plays into politics.
What did he say? Tell him.
What he's exactly said, I don't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
He said something along the line of that he recognized that, what's the name? Was it Taiwan?
Taiwan.
That he recognized that Taiwan was a country. And the Chinese got really angry at it. And so China is bigger than Hollywood right now in terms of revenue.
They're making the Fast and Furious movies for China.
Exactly. They're not making it for us.
Yeah.
Right? So they knew they were going to get fucked over there. People got angry. So he came out and apologized.
Like, yo,
No, okay.
Taiwan is not a country.
No. He didn't come out and apologize. He dropped a 2-minute video in Mandarin.
Oh, wow.
Speaking to the Chinese people.
Wow.
Apologizing and recognizing that Taiwan is actually not a country, that Taiwan is historically and has always been a part of China, even though on ground today, so the difference between Taiwan and China is two different governments, two completely different government systems. Okay. And Taiwan is protected by the states. China believes that Taiwan should be a part of it, while Taiwan is autonomous, independent country.
Why the fuck did John Cena
talk
about
Taiwan?
Taiwan?
I have no.
What happened
idea,
exactly?
Man. I have no fucking idea. But after that video dropped, what happened? The whole internet went and started shitting on John Cena, and everybody started tweeting Taiwan as a country. Literally, the hashtag yesterday was Taiwan as a country.
He said, "I'm sorry for my mistake. I must say now, it's very, 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 very important that I love and respect even more China and its Chinese people.
That's him.
Pay me!
Yeah.
Pay me! Don't let me lose that check, please. F9 is important. We go to F10.
This is scary. This is
not scary. This is the fucking truth.
It is the truth.
The reason why I want to start with John Cena because it leads to this other asshole, Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
The Hulk.
The Hulk. So
Yes.
the Hulk came out and he's like, yo, Palestine, yo, save human rights, oh, everything cool. And then a couple days later, I have reflected and wanted to apologize for posts during the recent Israel-Hamas fighting that suggested Israel is committing genocide. It's not accurate. It's inflammatory, disrespectful, and is being used to justify anti-Semitism here and abroad.
Fucking bullshit.
Now is the time to avoid hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
All right. So let's have this conversation.
What the fuck?
My biggest issue, first off, social media won. Let's be honest.
Mhm.
Social media won in its awareness of people.
As usual.
Social media made the same mistake that it made so many other times by trying to shame people into joining this.
Okay.
That is the problem. When he joined on, oh, let me do this humanitarian thing and tell people to stop and, oh, yeah, say Palestine, he was basically pushed into it by everybody else that's around him. And then his publicist came and like, yo, you need to shut the fuck up real quick. First off, your boss, your director is an American Israeli. Your boss's boss is also American Israeli.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
So we need you to hold the fuck up and go down and say, yo, do you want this check or not? Do you want to have a career
See,
or not?
And for me, the sad part about that was that, as far as I know, Mark Ruffalo was somebody who was always, he was one of those woke ones who was always out there raising awareness about different issues. So great, good for you. I appreciate that. But this just goes to show you that there's always going to be a ceiling. There's always going to be a line where money comes into play, where people are going to hold their tongue and bite.
And this is why we started with London PR, Bill Gates, John Cena, and now him. Because
money makes the world go round.
basically, I'm trying to give people a little bit of a trail to see where everything is going. Because people will support you, but they will support you until it hurts their paycheck.
Exactly.
When it hurts their paycheck, yo, fuck you. I'm living a good life here.
Mhm.
I'm not going to let you get into my pocket. So a lot of people who say they care, they don't really care. And us trying, as Arabs, trying to shame people into caring about Palestine, it's not going to help us.
And the people who do really care, the people who do really have solidarity, we've seen time and time again, they get shut out. They get cut off. They get kicked out of the Hollywood, of the music industry, of whatever part of the media that they're in, and they're trying to change and encourage.
We need to be careful who we want to champion for this cause. If we want to be, as social media, as people trying to put up awareness, we should really be careful who we want to make join our circle. We're not going to go and try to bully people into joining our circle and make changes. It's not going to happen. Let's be honest. We won the social media war. We won it. We exposed a lot of people to things that's been happening to a certain point, but we did not cause a ceasefire. That's a fact that everybody needs to understand. From the fourth day, Egypt was in the forefront. The most vocal country of the GCC was Saudi. The foreign minister was almost every other day out there with official press releases that people can go and find and look for themselves. So it's still a governmental game. And everyone's saying, oh, okay, like, oh, now, Biden is on board with all of us. He's sending a relief package to Gaza and yada, yada, so on, so on. Let's be specific. The reason why he gave the first package of 700 million to Israel, do you know why?
795 million.
Do you know why?
Why?
So, do you know what the Iron Dome is?
The weapons, the
Defense
missile,
system.
the missile defense system.
So it's a system.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay.
So basically, it's a 3-part system. One, the first part of it tracks if there's a missile coming.
Mm-hmm.
The second part reads where it's going to hit. And the third part is the missile itself when it goes and blocks it.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
These are
This
the
is
missiles that are coming in from
A
Gaza.
crazy, crazy system that has a 90% accuracy.
Nice.
All right?
Okay.
So every time that Israel tries to block a rocket, that costs around $70 to $100K that they have to pay to the US for a new missile.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's ammunition. It's
Yes.
basically the running cost. of this.
Exactly.
Oof. Okay.
So this is why that relief package that helped to Israel, that was them to save them from all the money they had to spend right now trying to buy back rockets.
Yikes. So
All
they're
right.
paying them to pay them.
Exactly.
Basically.
Wow.
So
That's part of the military-industrial complex. That's always been there.
that aside, we need to be careful who we repost and who we say, hey, yeah, this person is speaking out. Let's give them our support. I understand that y'all want to be woke. I understand that y'all want to support. Palestine is a religious issue. And second, it's an Arab issue. And it's not going to be solved by anyone else but us.
No, I don't think Palestine it's a human issue, man. And you do see solidarity for Palestine from people who are not Arab and not Muslim.
We are talking about what's happening to it right now.
Okay.
Now, it's first off, I have absolutely no right to speak about this. Just put that out there. I'm not trying to tell people how to think or how to feel or whatever. I'm just giving my point of view. And my point of view in this is that if we think this is how we're going to win, this is not how we're going to win. We're not going to win on social media. We're not going to win by shaming people. We're not going to win by rioting. We're not going to win by anything. Protesting from here till tomorrow. You're not going to win. We've seen this so many protests that's been happening. Black Lives Matter, man. It's just like 1 year. And what happened? George Floyd's family went to see Biden in the White House. So what? What's the result? What happened? What changes have been made to make people feel safe again in their own home? Nothing.
Barely anything.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We want to shame people into protecting. They're not going to protect. They're going to lie to you. They're going to bullshit to you. And that's exactly what's been happening. Now, that aside, let me speak to you, Saudis, for a quick second.
No, but one thing.
We'll get to that. Just hold on. Okay. You want to repost? Cool. Repost. But I expect from you as a Saudi that you do your homework before reposting. I'll give you an example. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, or whatever her name is. She was the first Muslim
Palestinian Arab woman.
First Muslim Arab American. She's originally Palestinian. Okay?
Elected to Congress.
She's
a Democratic congresswoman.
And there's also Ilhan Omar.
Also a Muslim American
Somali originally, I think.
Somali originally elected to Congress.
Okay.
So they were posting about her being on the tarmac, holding Biden, fighting for Palestine. I see all these Saudis posting it and so on and so on. And I was just thinking, I was like, if you guys just take a chance, like just a couple of seconds and Google who you're championing, this person hates you. She doesn't give a fuck about you as being a Saudi. She doesn't care about your country. There's a video of her saying, I would sign any anti-economic bill against Saudi.
And that's just part of the Democratic bandwagon against Saudi based on the false assumption that, human rights. That's just,
And here's the funny thing. When I saw her like being all frustrated on TV, I saw her in one interview and she was like, no, we should do this. We should cut the funding from Israel. We should. While she's talking, I'm looking at her, I'm like, I'm just laughing. I'm like, yo, you are invited into a dance. And this dance, they told you, yo, we have a specific dance that we like to do. We will teach you our dance. And they taught you the dance. And now, when you were part of the dance, they started shitting on us and you kept dancing with them. Now, when they're shitting on something that you care about, they look at you and say, yo, keep dancing. No one told you to stop dancing. You know the dance.
Wow.
We taught you the moves. You can't get out of this dance. Dance, monkey, dance. That's what it was.
It's team mentality.
So now you want to come in and care about your Muslim brothers and sisters? No, yo, you can go back in fucking time. There's a whole interview for His Royal Highness Prince bin Sultan talking about Saudi, what they've been doing for Palestine for so long. No, but no one wants to care about that. You shaming other people for just trying to support, and then when they're supporting, saying, oh, yo, you Saudis, we don't want to care about you, we don't want to deal with you. Look, the only way we're going to succeed and basically rebuild this whole region is economic power. There's no two way about it. I'll give you an example. So if you pay close attention to Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, any of those, or any African-American leader, they talk to you about the power of the dollar. And they tell you what we need to do in order for us to have a say. If we control our money, we support black businesses, we raise black businesses, they have no other choice but to come and be friends with us because they need our money. That is all you need to do. We're right now in the process of trying to rebuild the GCC. And then after that, trying to rebuild the whole Middle East. In order for us to do that, we need to all care about each other and sign an agreement with each other and say, hey, I need to support you financially. You need to support me financially. We need to build factories. We need to build cars. We need to go into tech. We need to go into all of that. Right now, Saudi's vision is because we're going into a new world and we can get in as leaders. We don't have to come in like before we're late to the party. We can be actually part of the party. And there's a lot of Saudis
it's not about, we're not joining a party. We're the ones who are starting something on our own. It's a new initiative that we're driving forward.
No, I'm not talking about the vision. I'm talking about the direction of the vision, where all the countries are going to go. This is doing almost the same route, everybody. So in order for us to get there, we can be one of the first, or could we be the last? Do you want to be the end user? Right now, we're the end users.
Or do you want to be the early adopter?
We're the people who buy the fashion. We're the people who buy the tech. Who buy the cars. We're just buyers. But right now, we're in a position that we can actually lead. And I think people think that we're a small country. We're not. People don't understand. Like, sometimes I speak to Saudis that fucking boggles my mind. Like, they don't understand how powerful we are as a country. Not as government, as fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
What is Germany to us? In this new generation, we can be the new Germany, the new Japan. We can be.
We can be. Yes. And we should aspire to be.
Exactly.
Yes.
We should be. If you want power, if you want respect, that's the only direction you need to go. It has to be economics. All of us in the whole Middle East, as fucking Arabs, I'm not gonna say Muslims, as Arabs, I'm recognizing everyone here. we need to be together. Stop this bullshit of hating on each other for the sake of some other bullshit that you just feel some sort of way because someone fucking told you. Yo, our track record as a country is out there. You can see it for yourselves. You want to go point fingers about he said, she said, or you heard, or whatever. Our facts are still fucking facts, and you can't take that away from us. It's right in front of you. You can have interviews, you can have whatever you want. The Crown Prince said it, the King said it, everyone said it.
And I think one of the issues is that people don't recognize that, or people don't show
That's
that.
exactly why I'm bitching.
Yeah, no. Not just that. They don't. You mentioned something about shaming. If you're not, there's an element sometimes that you see, and if you're not publicly, vocally supporting me, that means you're working against me. And I think that's part of what you're talking about. I don't really have to always come out and say it out loud because I'm always there in the background. I'm always there supporting.
We always keep talking about that one bar from Lil Wayne, real G's move in silence.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Say it again.
Real G's.
Don't mumble it, my guy.
Real G's.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Okay. This is how this country moves. This country doesn't like to go out and say, hey, look at us. We're doing this. We're doing that for y'all. No, we just do it on the down low. We have the talks. We make the communication. We make the lines. We make the movement. And all we care about is the end result.
And that's part of the culture. That's part of the thing.
That's part of our culture.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the culture where we don't go out and trumpet ourselves. Because at the end of the day, we're not doing it for the PR. We're not doing it for the good press. We are doing it for, as you mentioned, the end result.
And I understand that some people are just jealous of what's happening in Saudi and for Saudis. Put that jealousy aside. That's your personal feelings toward what's going on and what's happening to you in your life. That's aside. But hating a whole fucking nation of Arabs, the nation that has Mecca and Medina, and saying, oh, all of you guys and all this, we don't care for y'all. But who's standing up for you, though? Like, no, who in the hell in this region is standing up for you as much as us?
And this goes back to our original point of how the media creates the agenda. The agenda that has been created for Saudi for a very long time is these guys are barbarians. These guys are not, they do not live up to our civilized fucking ideals.
And say that magic word.
Bedouins.
See, I got my guy. My guy is right there.
This ties it up. This ties it up all in. So a couple of days ago, just recapping.
Was last week?
Last week, recapping. There's an interview with the Lebanese foreign minister, and as he was finishing up the interview, something. He got angry. He got pissed, and he went out and said, "Hey, what was it? أنتوا بدو أصلاً وأنا ليش باخذ الكلام هذا منكم?" Some bullshit like that. Some stupid.
Basically, say I'm not going to listen to a Bedouin.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we told them, all right, cool.
Fuck you. Okay, we are fucking Bedouin.
Yes, we are fucking Bedouin. What's up? Now, where you at?
And we are proud.
Exactly. Where you at right now? You fucking resigned.
No, and not just that. Like when you then and
the disrespect is fucking ridiculous. And here's the thing. Saudis, you need to understand. The rest of the Arab world, they don't want to care. It's up to y'all. I don't give a shit right now. I'm talking about Saudis because I need Saudis for them to understand this first before other people try to understand it. You are hated for so many things that's none of your business.
no, you have no control over it.
You have nothing to say about it. And you're being hated on. What we're trying to do here is establish our presence now. Before, we were there, but we were not really there. But now as Saudis, we are taking over things. We are getting involved in technology. We are moving things forward. I think the way we controlled COVID, the way our app is working, I don't think that many people can match up with us in the world.
Mm-mm.
A handful of countries can match up with what we're trying to do. Some leading countries are relying on papers.
Bro, some leading
and any bodega in New York will sell you a vaccination paper. I'm not joking.
Bro, fucking look at what's happening in the UK. They came out with the whole, oh shit, by the way, the government really didn't know what to do last year. So they're like, fuck it, herd immunity, let's go. Like this is happening today. And these are the leading countries of the world. So yes, I do.
There's an agenda against all of us as Saudis. The reason for that agenda
there has been.
The reason for that main agenda, especially now, is because we are growing. We are becoming better. And there's a fear of what we could do as people, as an economy. I keep saying that over and over again. Shaming won't get you nowhere. Complaining won't get you nowhere. Protesting will get you nowhere. Economy. You build a strong economy, they will fucking bow down. They have no other fucking choice. You all see how they deal with us. They love us because they want something from us. But the second that thing that we have is no longer good for them, they're not going to give a shit about us. And that is why we have a leader that recognized that early on and say, you know what? No, we're going to move forward. We're going to jump the gun. We're going to be ahead of everybody else and still be leading in clean energy, leading in technology, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. We are grateful for someone who is such a visionary, who sees where things are going. If you know what I'm talking about Crown Prince Mohammed Salman. That's what I'm talking about. So let people hate how they want to hate. Let them come up with all the bullshit they want to come up with. And okay, everyone that's talking about the Yemen war, you don't fucking understand it. That's one. Every time I speak to someone about this war, I realize that this asshole does not understand it. He's reading some foreign fucking journalist saying some bullshit and thinking it's true, and then coming at me and running his bullshit. Just go look at what the Houthis are doing in Yemen to Yemeni people before you have a conversation about what us and Houthis are having between each other. If you don't understand what the hell is going on, you need to shut the fuck up and stop acting like you understand politics. You guys are not politicians. Y'all are on social media. Those are journalists. They're not politicians.
They're paid to make you click.
That's it.
Wrapping this up, I don't look forward to seeing what the Democratic Party is going to do. I don't look forward to seeing what the Democratic House is going to do in regards to stopping Israel, because I'm not expecting shit.
They're not going to do shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to do shit.
I'm not expecting
At the
shit.
same time, they don't give a fuck. They got a bunch of Arabs and Muslims to be part of the party so they can show Arab Americans and Muslim Americans that, hey, you're one of us for your votes. That's all they care about.
And the cycle of violence will continue. And
That
the cycle of
same
dispossession will continue.
idiot who came out and gave support and gave money to Israel, the same idiot was a guy who was saying, what's his name? Do you remember during the election campaign when Biden came
guy?
out and he was like, when he said a line from Hadith from a Prophet?
Yeah,
Do you remember that? Or you don't
I
remember
remember that. Yeah,
All right. That's the same person that doesn't give a shit about us. That's the same person that's calling our country a pariah.
yeah, that's PR, bro. It's just
Exactly.
He's
Yeah.
playing the votes game, of course.
He's playing the votes game. Perfect. This guy is always going to play the votes game.
Yeah.
And you idiots need to understand it's a votes game that he doesn't give a shit about y'all. Y'all need to understand where the fuck you stand. You're in a better country than you were before. You're in a better position than you were before. Understand your value, your fucking value. If you don't understand your value, you're an idiot. If you don't understand that this whole country is doing everything to support you and support all other Arab countries, you are an idiot. Anyone who says otherwise, they can kiss my ass. I could really care less. I can have this conversation toe-to-toe with anybody else, and I guarantee I'll shut their asses down because no one understands what the fuck is going on. They just think they understand. Your value is important. Don't let nobody shame you about what you want to do because they're hating on you for no fucking reason or some made-up fucking reason that their grandparents told them about. Fuck that noise.
bro. Sooner or later, just like China can force the world to shut the fuck up because of the power of the dollar, other people are going to be doing the same thing. Right now, we're seeing it move in action. Israel has been doing it for a long ass time because of the establishment, since their establishment, because of the power that they have, economic and otherwise. China, right now, they are able to do it because they have the levers of the dollar. And that just shows you the hollowness of the whole system. If you're telling me that just because economics can shut you up, then what's the value of talking about human rights? What's the value of talking about principles and values? What's the point?
So you're saying the only language they're going to speak is money.
The only
And that's
language
how-
they
that's
have
how you need to
always
speak to
been
them.
speaking is money.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We've just been manipulated with a smokescreen of no, we actually do have a value system. No, you don't. Your value system is how much
A
you're
lot of
getting
people don't
paid.
understand what happened in Ashr al-Awakhir in Palestine. They don't understand what happened. So, do you remember that video of them dancing when there was, I think, a tree next to Masjid al-Aqsa that was burning?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you how much the assholes they are. So, I think it was May 10th or May 11th, which was when Israel was celebrating its independence.
Mm.
I don't know from what,
Mm.
or I don't know, its existence.
Mm.
They usually do it in the morning around Masjid al-Aqsa.
Around the Western Wall, which is on
Exactly.
the other side of the Masjid.
So they usually do it over there in the morning and the afternoon. But because they know it's Ashr al-Awakhir and people will be praying at night, they're like, no, we're going to do it at night.
That's how much they don't give a shit.
Exactly. That's just them being dicks. So over there, you're fighting for your religion. You're fighting for your land. You're fighting for 100 things. Palestine is not one issue. It's not one issue.
No, it's multiple.
It's multiple issues.
And it's not just a Muslim issue either. It's a Christian issue as well.
It's an
because
Arab issue.
It's an Arab issue because you do have plenty of Palestinian Christians
Yes.
that are dispossessed and that are facing the same type of oppression and repression that their Muslim brothers are. And it goes back to, man, it just goes back to whiteness being whiteness, honestly. It's the same idea that built Australia. It's the same idea that built the States. It's the same idea that built bring the white man in the land and let's get rid of the natives.
Good point on talking about Muslim Christians, because that reminded me of a good one. When I was looking at the people
Muslim
who were
Christians.
reposting, I mean Arab Christians, my bad.
Palestinian Christians.
Palestinian Christians.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
Mm.
So, so I was looking at a bunch of people who were reposting and shaming people, but these same people were trashing Arab Christians.
Like,
You can't have it the way the fuck you want to have
that's
it.
just losing. That's,
You can't.
That's just losing focus.
Exactly.
That's
You
just-
can't. You can't. You can't pick and choose your wokeness.
And you know what? As much as, like, as you mentioned, like some people need to do their homework better. Some people need to know who they're talking about, who they're posting. I did honestly appreciate the avalanche of awareness that I've seen on social media over the past couple of weeks. Like I have never seen this many people engaged with Palestine. And for me, like, this is not the first time we see this. We've seen this when Obama was elected in 2009. We saw a war in Gaza. We saw this when in 2014 when Syria was going on. We saw, and nobody gave a shit then.
Our
Nobody gave-
grandparents saw this.
no. I'm talking about our generation. Our generation, we've seen multiple wars with Palestine, and nobody ever gave a shit. The reason people are giving a shit now, I think, I'm not sure. I might be wrong about this, but social media does have a big part in it.
Yes, it does.
Definitely.
And I think the whole, when you say what did BLM achieve, BLM did, if it did one thing, it raised a lot of people awareness on the systematic injustice that happens specifically in the States, or that happens specifically against Black people or African American people. So that raised, I think, the level of empathy for a lot of people. Now, when you're coming and you're showing me these clips of you know the Masjid al-Aqsa being stormed, and you're seeing right in front of you people are praying. Bro, today I saw a clip of a girl that was shot in her back with a rubber
Yeah.
bullet.
I saw that.
Like that was so fucked up. That was
That
so, and you see, and when you see these on a daily basis, you cannot deny the truth of your eyes.
But that's the thing. All these images, all these videos have been out there for a long, long time.
It's an issue we've been aware of for
Yeah.
a while, but right now, a lot of people that weren't aware of it are getting exposed to it. That's what I see.
And what I'm saying is why now the people are giving a shit and they didn't give a shit 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the same shit was happening and even worse.
Yes.
Why?
Well,
Yeah.
What sparked it, I think, is Sheikh Jarrah, the district.
So
Where
it's just
5 years ago, wokeness was still waking up.
True.
maybe.
True.
5 years ago, the people had Syria was going on, so attention maybe was distracted and
There
not
was
very
zero
focused.
wokeness for Syria.
True.
Still is to this day.
True.
Zero wokeness.
Let's not go there.
You know why? No,
Why?
let's sit on it. Okay, the reason there's no wokeness is because America's not involved in it. Yo, you want? We can have these conversations, my guy.
I'd rather not.
Yo, give me any of these woke motherfuckers. I'll wake them up twice.
I'd rather not. But for, as you mentioned, it's the Sheikh Jarrah thing, and it's just the plain cruelty in the case in front of you. Like that.
Cruelty's been there for a while.
The
Cruelty's been there for a while.
Yaqub clip, I think, was a major driver.
True. It's the same thing. It's the
Like
Sheikh Jarrah.
you saw what came out recently?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You saw what came out recently?
What, his
The
interview?
guy had a fucking Trump tattoo on his forehead, and he was holding a Nazi knife.
What?
That's your guy.
Wow.
That's your fucking settler.
Wow.
He just told you. He literally said it. He's like, "Oh, I'm
If I'm not-
robbing this."
No, he's
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna take it. Somebody else is gonna take it. So
Exactly. No,
No.
he didn't say take
No,
it.
no, he doesn't
If
take it.
I don't
Just steal it.
Steal it. I'm stealing it.
Yes.
I'm a lecher, you know what?
like we know
And still,
he's still there.
Sheikh Jarrah is still closed up. Palestinians are not allowed to be inside. Nothing changed. Nothing fucking changed.
No, but this thing exposed a lot of. I mean, it put a magnifying glass on what's happening.
I'll tell you the things that surprised me, which I thought was amazing, was how some of the newspapers, and I think like Jerusalem Post, how they went against what the Saudi government was doing.
That's not new though. Sometimes they do
Yeah,
that.
sometimes
It's
they
a
do
democracy, isn't it?
that. Yeah, but this time you can't claim you won because you didn't win shit. You lost a lot.
What are you talking about? Tell me.
They
So-
always claim that after the wars with Gaza, we won, we defeated the enemy has been conquered.
Mm.
Yes.
But this time, no, it got to the point where Israel was begging for the fucking ceasefire. They were begging. Please
Really?
stop. Yes, please stop. Please stop. People are dying. And the people are afraid. We don't know how to handle this.
Well, they blew up a media fucking building for what? No, I want you guys to stop showing this shit.
Exactly.
But the thing is, they don't understand that it's all on the phones now.
Mm.
I don't need a big ass camera to go around and show the world.
Mm-mm.
My phone will show you.
And
Dude,
we
the
saw the
clips.
clips. We saw the clips. We saw the children with their fish.
We'll see.
We saw.
I think the ruling for the Sheikh Jarrah is going to be what, this month?
So it was supposed to be this week. It keeps getting delayed.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see.
Nothing's going to change.
I hope something changes. I hope something changes.
I really do hope to so too, but I've seen this play out too many times to have any hope after all. Honestly, they have to.
ربي يحمي our people in Palestine.
Amen.
We go we home.
يقويهم
وننصرهم.
ثبتكم.
وننصرهم.
Yeah.
وننصرهم.
All can give his prayer, and we know our government's doing its best, and that's all we hope for. If we're called into action, we're all going to be right there standing. Except Champs. Champs can't run. You got 2 left feet.
It's gonna be hovering.
It's gonna be hovering.
Yes.
It's gonna be tripping. Yeah, let go of my toe.
Probably skipping.
Oh, that's a scene. That's a scene.
لا انت صاير يعني لو
لا
this
one.
انت بسياسي الا فيني شوي ولا انت بسياسي ولا انت بعميق ولا لك علاقه بالسياسه خليك بس في برانك ذا
لك في البران.
خليك وخر اقول وخر عني بس
Like that was our listeners.
This is our listeners right now. This is exactly how they're feeling.
يجيبون دول قعدوا ساعة يبربرون على رأس يسوون عندهم سالفة دول. أحس إنه عندنا سالفة. لك مو كثير بس شوي.
It's very hard to dissect this subject because I got a lot of anger into this subject.
True.
Because I thought that we were going to be in this all together as one, but then you find yourself that we're not all one. We just want you to be a part of this, but you're not really a part of it.
Bro, أنا
It's a matter of convenience, basically.
شوف, you do need to educate yourself. You do need to be aware. You do need to know what's going on.
If you want to be woke, but understand what you're woke about.
Yeah, and not just that. Like, I think today there is no excuse for you to not know. Honestly.
Exactly.
There is no excuse for you to not know. It's right in there in front of your face.
Yeah, just Google it.
You not just no.
You don't even have to Google
No,
it.
don't even Google it.
No.
Any
You want to
social
understand
media.
how deep this is? You want to teach someone how deep this is? Just Google it. If you just because keep in mind, a lot of people just open the eyes to this.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Keep in mind that.
It's right in front of you. So you saying I don't know and I can't see is you willfully ignoring.
Exactly.
So
Turks.
don't be
Ouch.
willfully ignorant.
That hurts.
Y'alls, we love you.
Hurts. No, seriously hurts. Seriously,
It does,
hurts.
it does, man.
It fucking hurts.
Kills.
I've been trying to ignore it for a while because it's a subject that there's no one's trying to win here. But
Everybody's just trying to make it through the best they can.
I tried to line this up as best as I can, and I just couldn't because it's all over the place.
We did go all over the place.
Yeah, because everybody is all over the place. Everybody, there's no,
There's no right or wrong.
it's not, no. There's right or wrong,
Like, I mean,
but
yeah,
there's
true.
no right
Way.
right way of approaching this.
Mm.
And because everybody thinks that you just share, all you start doing is spamming.
And that's honestly, that's something that's been literally on my mind. As much as I want to share awareness, I don't want to spam people. I don't want to spam because if I spam
share
you're gonna
if I see that it's important enough and it's different than what's around me, I share.
and
But opening up 6 different people posting the same exact thing, I'm not coming back to your Insta story because I know it's gonna be the same thing to everybody else.
It's not. It gets to a point where it's overwhelming. Honestly, it is. And for me, sometimes, like if I'm in a state of mind where, like, yo, I'm just on a lunch break, my guy. Honestly, I just want to I want to see cats.
See, that's a good point. Okay, I want to have this conversation when Saud gets on, but I guess I'll have it with you right now. Saud, when he posted the release, no, let him prepare himself. Let him prepare himself. Let him prepare himself.
Honestly, I'd rather not. Legit, I'd rather.
Do you know why?
Let him.
I don't want to open it next week.
Saud.
No, I don't want to open it next week. I don't want to open it next week.
I can give him.
No. Let me tell you how I feel. Okay, let's put what Saud put down. Okay, and
Because I want him to be here to give you his opinion.
Yeah,
and
hey,
his
I'm not
perspective.
asking for Saud's opinion, okay? Saud can have his own opinion whenever he wants.
Because we had a discussion about this.
Y'all had discussion.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what I read, okay? For those who have been urging me to drop this tape, which is basically us and a bunch of other people, I appreciate your love and patience. Thank you. We appreciate your love too. Our patience, not there. It is now out on SoundCloud. I've been meaning to release this tape during Eid, but due to the current situation in Palestine, I felt like the timing wasn't appropriate. This tape was supposed to be a celebratory pack, but there is no celebration without the liberation of our Palestinian brothers and sisters The focus should remain on highlighting the ongoing occupation of Palestine land and the ethnic cleansing of indigenous Palestinians. In the meantime, let's keep the momentum going, and I encourage you to keep sharing and supporting until Palestine is free. My problem is this. If you felt shame to do your own work, that is a problem.
It's not about doing his own work. I don't think it was about doing his own work.
Okay.
I think from what I understood
Okay.
is right now.
Don't put words in his mouth.
Yeah. Right now, there's a lot of things going on in Palestine. I don't want people to focus on me. I want people to focus on what's going on. What I am doing right now is not important. I'd rather have the focus be on that.
Okay.
I can wait.
So
I can wait.
Won't your focus be greater when you're releasing something and people are attracted to when they start coming to your page and see you supporting what's going on? Isn't that better? Isn't that more exposure?
It's a point of view. That's a point of view.
You don't have to stop your life. You can keep going, and when the people are coming to you, you're still posting, keeping people on fucking point of what's going on.
And I think when we had that discussion, part of the discussion was
Don't put words in his mouth again.
No. He can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think as I remember it, part of the discussion he was telling me about somebody that he saw, and that person was dropping something, and he was doing a live. That person that he was watching was doing a live.
I was telling you that.
Okay.
Was it the same one?
I'm not sure. And that person was dropping a live, and then somebody came up to him and said, "Hey, like, don't you care about what's going on in Palestine?" And the person doing the live asked him, he's like, "Do you have a job?" And that person responded, "Yes." He's like, "Are you going to your job tomorrow?" That person responded, "Yes." He's like, "Well, this is my job. I'm doing my job. Don't tell me that I don't care. I do care, but this is how I eat."
War Chief.
Yeah.
Say his name.
War Chief.
You know who it is.
Hamdan? Abu Hamdan?
So on the first day of Eid around 1 a.m., he decided to be a DJ.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow. This
So I turned out I was there for a full hour,
guy.
Okay.
just watching the whole thing.
This guy is a treat.
And he was just playing
Yes.
some random music. It's the first day of Eid. And I understand what Saud was saying because I saw his comments. His comments was, yo, look what's happening in Palestine. Do something for Palestine. And it was just bombardment of like messages about Palestine. He can do that and do that at the same time. Stop trying to stop people from living their lives so they can do whatever you want them to fucking do.
True.
That's
Very true.
wrong.
Very true.
Agreed.
No what? If he said, nah, fuck this, I'm just doing me, then you have every single right to go there and tell him, yo, no, you need to be more aware about what's happening. And if it's up to him to say yes or no. If he doesn't want to agree, you don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. If you do not like what I'm saying, you don't have to be here.
True. Very true.
It's your choice.
There's a big unfollow button right
Exactly. But don't come attacking people for doing what they do.
You can't bully someone into a cause.
You can't bully someone and you can't stop people from living their lives. All they're going to do is going to shut off their social media and go back to living their lives.
there. True. Very true.
If y'all think that people were not partying the last couple of weeks, then you're fucking wrong. If you think people were not going to work, if you think people were not doing the things that we do every single day, then you're wrong. Everybody's been doing what they're doing.
You have to go on, man. You always have
Life
to
does go on.
Yeah.
We can stand up for a movement and move with our lives.
Bro, we're too salty today. Honestly, like, we're too salty today. Like,
I'm just angry at the direction that I thought this is going to be more of a brotherly thing. And then it turned out like every other bullshit where inside this big bubble, there's small bubbles. Like, I don't understand this.
it's human nature, my guy.
Y'all want to be united, but you want to choose who's going to unite with you. I don't get this. I seriously don't understand this.
The key word is solidarity.
If you care about Palestine, then you support Palestine. You don't have to show people you support Palestine. You don't. You can donate money. You can do whatever the hell you want to do to help them. You want to share information.
It doesn't have to be demonstrative.
Yes, it's not by force.
No, it doesn't. Don't, like, as much as you know me.
Yes,
Like,
you suck.
No, not just that. Like, no, I'm not talking
just
about
that.
Yes.
I'm talking about, like, my awareness and my how
Your
deep
wokeness.
I go.
Yeah, your wokeness.
Yes.
Yes.
As much as I have so much information to give out, honestly, I didn't feel obliged to. Like, I didn't feel.
I'll tell you what I like about your wokeness is that you know when is the right place to have the conversation and when is it time for you to shut the fuck up and listen.
And most of the time, it's shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah, because you understand. Like, for example, like I sat around here, listened to people talk the whole time about Palestine. I was like, we had this conversation last week. Like, yo, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to have a conversation about this. Because first off, I'm not the person to have a conversation with. This is why I'm trying to talk to Saudis.
And it's not our
And
issue.
I'm trying to talk to people who are in Saudi, who are posting things without knowing who these people really are.
That's your problem.
That's my biggest issue in this.
And it's understandable.
You're supporting clowns.
It's
Clowns that don't care
understandable.
for your existence. It's not because someone said, yo, free Palestine, it means he's on your side. No.
Look a bit deeper. We good?
Optics, my guy. Optics.
We good?
Let's go.
You good?
I think we're a great episode.
I
you guys.
apologize if
For
this,
the saltiness.
No, not saltiness. I'm not salty for shit. These are fucking facts.
No, we started
and I
off.
stand by everything that I said.
we started off.
No, shut up. I'm talking here.
Okay.
I'm joking.
We started off on a positive note. We went on a very serious note. We tried to keep it light, honestly, but sometimes shit like this needs to be confronted.
Agreed.
He's been ad-libbing the whole episode.
That's what I do. But
That's my job. Ad-lib.
Keep going.
Oh man.
Yep.
I love y'all. I just want to say that.
I love
I love
y'all.
No. Oh wow.
Y'all.
So you don't like the podcasters?
Ew.
You don't like the people? You don't like the fans? Oh my god. Unfollow Shamsi.
Especially number 3.
Call Shamsi out. Yeah, we out. Peace.
Yalla,
Peace.
pieces.